Hey sailors, welcome to the crew. I'm Sea Lord Janda, and this is my Let's Play of Rule the Waves 3 as the United States. In the last episode, we designed a new heavy missile cruiser and missile destroyer, and we are moving pretty quickly through the 1960s at peace now, as we continue to modernize our fleet, bringing in more and more missile ships. Hull silencing, better ASW. Tactical data system, better aerial ASW. Yeah, we're going to start by building a few walks, and then we'll see how many. I mean, the Ericssons could seriously use replacement or update, but there's literally like 90 of them. And I definitely need some money set aside to build some new capital ships, so. Okay, New Orleans is commissioned. Walk is ready. I'm going to start by laying down 10. Okay, I'm going to start by laying down 6, which is how many we actually need to get us back up to 100. They're still, they cost, I mean, they've gotten to the point where they cost more than a third of what a heavy cruiser does per month, so. Yeah, surface gun, missile, AASW. Look, it's got 3 out of the 4. It's got the ASW, it has all the ASW boxes ticked, I'm pretty sure, so. It's good at everything except AA. And honestly, considering the Ericssons have 2 medium and 1 light, and these have 2 medium, it's still technically better, probably, at AA than any of our existing destroyers. Okay, so we've just commissioned New Orleans, so we're going to go ahead and scrap USS Charlotte. 20 years old, and she's actually only fought in 2 battles, apparently, both 20 years ago. Ever since she's been a foreign station. Alright. Just so I don't have to do it over and over, I'm going to put this one on foreign station, and then we'll go down the list and scrap them as we get the replacements in. It'll be 2 years before we're done with that still, so. Okay, unexpected advances. Still struggling with the washdown system. Long-range air-to-air missiles. And cap forces enemy aircraft to launch anti-ship missiles with lower hit rates. Fantastic. So our heavy jets are better now. Are they? Yeah. Well, technically speaking, I mean, they were a bit of a. There's only 9 of them. Maybe there were 10 or 11 to start with, so the Wardens are a bit of an aberration even in this universe, but they do have 8 auto-loaded 5-inch guns, all in dual turrets. Cost them speed, but they figured it out. Now we've got one more Pueblo that'll be finished quickly. Sure. What's a bit of tech leakage against budget? Got one more Pueblo that'll be finished this year, and then we're going to have to wait a little while for all the rest to be completed. Let's see. Wow, Japan resents our wealth and power. Imagine that. Regional war seems imminent in South America. By all means, sell to anyone who wants to buy. Airborne early warning aircraft. Increases radar range and cap engagement range. Okay. It is probably time to start thinking about actually including a special squadron. Probably. Probably time to think about actually including special squadrons on our carriers. Because we didn't really bother initially. Okay. How many? 1, right? So. Bye-bye, USS Northampton. 8 Charlottes still in service, but 4 Pueblos now, so we're starting to get there in terms of SAM ships. And the budget's doing a little better. The budget's not really good enough to lay down a new capital ship yet, though, so perhaps we will just take this opportunity to lay down 4 more. 4 more destroyers is gonna, well, yeah. 4 more destroyers, and then in basically a year's time, or 9 months when we have more budget, then we will think about the new capital ship. One of our cruisers has run aground on the shore of a minor nation. You let our ship go immediately. That raised tensions a lot. We're now perilously close to war with pretty much everybody. Apparently they're all envious of our wealth and power. Which, they'd better have a heck of an alliance brewing between them if they want to stop us. It's still only Britain and France allied to each other. And their last attempt didn't go too well. Yeah, almost all their tensions went back down again, so. Setbacks. Okay, now that one went down too. Guess the war's not happening yet, which is fine. I'd like to get some of our new ships ready first. Whew. Yeah, I'm not ready for war just yet. Improved EW tactics, better ECM and jamming. How are we doing in terms of aircraft? Our heavy jet is 4 years old now. And our jet attack is even older. That went by fast. Wonder if it's worth a new one or not. I mean, the thing is, the pace of progress slows down a little at this point, I'm pretty sure, but it's not that expensive. Maybe we could request a proposal. See what they come up with. Okay, the monthly budget is doing pretty good, so I think it's time to think about. We're not going to keep 6 battleships in service. I'm thinking more like 4 and 2 probably, but it is time to think about a hyper modern battleship design, maybe. I appreciate how it instantly identifies type as BC, even though it's the one that designed this. I think 30 knots would suffice. Actually, what did Vermont have? 27 knots, 14-inch belt, 6-inch deck. Really not, it refuses to design anything that's not a 14-inch belt, 6-inch deck is probably still fine. Spacious, all or nothing. Yeah. Makes sense. Yeah. Put more in the turret tops, why not? Weirdly small amount of gun firepower, although that's horrid. Yeah, that's true. Still horrid. I forget how to make it do an actually good looking. There we go. That's, well, it's not exactly good looking, but that's an all forward armament that actually makes sense. Literally, I don't know when we get CWIS. It must be in like the last couple of years of the game, but there's no point in having it light AA without it. Oh my god, you have piled a lot of missiles on here, huh? gonna not bother with a helipad or anything. I think that's for cruisers. Yeah, makes sense. My battle cruisers have been too. Okay. Actually, this missile armament is about what I would have gone for. It's got 20 SSMs plus a couple of light SAMs. Which makes sense to me. Now, how much topside load would it cost? Yeah, too much to add reloads though. Can't have reloads. Well, I can have one reload. Oh wait, but tonnage. I need to increase it hugely in order to fit all this. Then maybe I can have reloads. We do have light SAMs, yes. Now how many of them can have reloads? Most, maybe. No, we have light as well. Yeah. There ended up being a light on that cruiser design. I'm assuming that what Pachisi said about redundancy is true, because otherwise I wouldn't cut the medium AA that much, but at least we get all these secondaries still. Speaking of which, could we rearrange those? There we go. Well, this is quite a thing. 63,000 tons, 30 knots, 14-inch belt, 6-inch deck, 12 16-inch guns in 3 quadruple turrets, 20 SSM launchers with a reload each, and 2 SAM. Oh, they don't have double tubes. Wow, it would not be very expensive in topside load to get them to twin tubes, though. It's expensive in weight, yes, but that's kind of irrelevant when we're talking about something this big and heavy anyway. Okay, now we're very slightly over topside load, but like, kind of feel like it's not to an extent that matters. I don't know how bad it is to be slightly over topside load. Let me... see if anybody says anything on the forums. Nothing that I can find in 30 seconds. Is there anything I want to cut? I love how a main gun turret, a 16-inch quad main gun turret, apparently causes less topside load problems than one single radar-directed medium AA position. That doesn't quite add up, but okay. I could cut an AA director. Although I think up to 4 does just straight increase effectiveness, so... might affect damage control and seaworthiness. I think I'm just going to roll with it being slightly over. That's true, yeah. The turret is actually close to the center of gravity by comparison, I suppose. I think I'm just going to roll with it being slightly over. I don't think it's going to be that big a problem to be at 5 over on a capacity of 314. I used to routinely build ships that were slightly over on weight, so it'll roll. A little roll is good for the sailors. They'll get their sea legs faster. Oh, I literally can't afford it. Okay. Well, let's just save the design and okay, it's saved. Build it when we have slightly more money. Honor Magnaka. This is a nice carrier. It's even got SAMs. Yeah, we are gonna need to update our. We're gonna build like 4 of those battleships. We're gonna build 2 new battle cruisers, and then we're gonna have to update our carriers a lot. Yeah. What was that called? Montana? Yeah. Yeah. Maybe I'll pull one AA director off, and then we'll just feel like, why is it so overweight all of a sudden? It wasn't overweight a minute ago. Am I? It wasn't. Was it 300 tons overweight 10 seconds ago? Hmm. Okay. Well, sure. I'm just gonna pull one AA director, and then it's not a problem. Yes, it'll make the medium AA slightly less effective, but we got SAMs too, and a ton of 5-inch DP autoloaders, so go for it. I don't know why. I would have sworn it was not overweight a minute ago, but apparently, maybe it was. I don't know. We should really put all this in divisions, but when we get into another war, maybe. Tuscaloosa is commissioned. You know, generally, I did used to have a policy of just buying guns, snapping them right up when people offered them to me, but I just do not see a scenario where we're going to use 12-inch guns at any time in the remainder of the game. Sorry, Spain. So that's Tuscaloosa commission, decommissioning Houston. What does magazine box do to tonnage? Oh, well, that's handy. If I wanted to have most of my belt and deck, but yes, well, no one wants an Alaska class large cruiser. It's an abomination. I will build 2 more battle cruisers. Yeah, no, it's a terrible idea. Um, it's only good if, well, no, it's not even. It's too much all or nothing because you need some of the stuff, a lot of the stuff that's outside of it at that point. We have nothing to fear from Japan. Did we build? No, okay. Right, 2 more months and the Montana design will be finished. We're making a lot of money, but that's fine. I'm saving it up so we can lay down Montanas. It's still not even going to be anywhere close to enough, but yeah. Astoria is commissioned. I'm hesitant because I think yeah, that's true. Makes more sense than something that's not supposed to tank shells. Normally I would just say to fight, but we are kind of waiting on a lot of new. I'd like to delay a war by a couple of years, really. But what the heck, budget. Reconnaissance pods increases spotting probability for recon aircraft. Did we just finish another? Yeah. Bye bye. USS Louisville. Down to 6 Charlottes now. They really have stuck around a while. And Montana's ready for construction. How much a month for one? 7,500. Fine. Lay down 4 of them. We might be able to afford that. Just. I mean, it'll put us in the negatives, but 2 months and a bunch of walks and a Pueblo will be finished. We're getting close to our shipyard capacity again. Great job, us. With 4 battleships, 6 heavy cruisers, and about 10 destroyers currently building. Yeah, it's really not. It's only as much as 2.5 heavy cruisers. Which I suppose it's the tonnage of 2.5. No, it's the tonnage of 3.5 heavy cruisers. It didn't even turn out looking that bad, really. Well, okay, one of the turrets is directly on top of the bridge, but it's fine. Yeah, 3 years to finish those, though. Which is pretty good, really, for a battleship, but, yeah. Japan's new carriers are pretty scary still. They even have SAMs. Okay, good. Their tension went back down. I'd kind of like to delay the war with Japan until I can get my next generation of capital ships built, you know? I think we'd still win anyway if it happened right now, but it sure will shake him awake. 5 destroyers commissioned. Honestly, I have 0 interest in. We'll just stay out of that. Cyprus is so much none of our business, really. Why am I here? What did we just finish? Another heavy cruiser. Scrapping USS Chester. Okay. All 7 of the Pueblo class are now commissioned. Yeah, I guess Corvette's the way to go. And first 4 walks, which takes us to 99. Oh, the first 5 walks, sorry. 1 more and we'll be back to 100 destroyers, and then I can start scrapping Ericssons. They're just magic that way. Well, I think the actual explanation is that Corvettes can often fit in, like, non-military yards. Like, someplace that can build a fishing boat can potentially build a Corvette as well. But arguably it's a little weird, yeah. Well, then it makes more sense if a Corvette only has 1 3-inch gun as opposed to if it's the modern thing that's allegedly called a Corvette that has, like, tons of fancy electronic things and probably still displaces several thousand tons. Yeah, exactly. A lot of the original, the World War II type Corvettes were mostly basically civilian or modified civilian designs. so it makes sense that they could fit in non-military shipyards. Well, budget, sure. Love budget. Huh. Does it let you do that? That's handy. Okay, what am I waiting on? 5 Indianapolis class. Once the whole Indianapolis class finishes, we're gonna get a battle cruiser going. Actually, we'll start the design even before. We won't be able to lay it down until then. Wow, that was fast. Sorry, Britain. Rough. We are back to, in fact, we're at 101 destroyers. I'll just let the other 2 commission, 3 commission, and then I'll go scrap a couple. Okay, we have enough money now that we can design a battlecruiser, so let's take a look at that. Currently, our most modern battlecruiser type is the Oriskany, and honestly, it's still not that bad. But we can do better, particularly in terms of incorporating missiles, mainly. 32 knots is probably still fine. We'll go with inclined belt. 12-inch deck, or 12-inch belt, 5-inch deck. A little more on the extended deck, maybe. More like, maybe not that much, but, you know. When I say battle cruiser, I just mean sort of extra fast battleship at this point. Let's see. I think I could probably do better on this turret arrangement. Surely all forward would be. Look, I don't even believe in the negatives of all forward. We're the US Navy. We only ever attack anyway. Quad turrets only, please. Perfect. This is literally the same armament as the last battlecruiser anyway, so. And as our battleships, so. Couple of 18-inch guns. It's worth consideration. What the heck is this? Why are these all single tube? Okay, that's a little more like it. Although I won't reloads, but oops. Which is going to take us over our topside load, but we'll figure that out in a minute. Okay, well, for one thing, I'm not going to bother with a... Wait, why did it have a hangar and 4 aircraft, but not a helipad? Was the auto-generator going to put seaplanes on this thing? Okay. That almost fixes the topside load problem. In fact, we could just do like that. Now, I don't remember exactly how much... Alright, also, just for funsies, little experiment. Not that much more weight. Worth it? I don't know. You know, I think we're the US Navy, and it's... Why is the weight gain more than 100 tons between... How is that even possible? There's clearly something slightly weird with the physics engine at that weight displacement, but alright. I'm just gonna leave the gun on top of the bridge. Don't worry about it. Oh, it still has catapults? My god, it has catapults. They were absolutely gonna put seaplanes on this thing. Oh, we don't have spacious crew quarters. I can fix that. Okay. How many missile launchers did the Battleship design have? Let me save. Not yet. How many missile launchers did Montana have? 5 plus 2 SAMs. Unit machine? Oh yeah. Good call. Oh wow, that really breaks our weight limit. That's fine. Maybe it gives us enough space to have an extra SAM launcher. It actually does. Okay, that kills our displacement again, but alright. It's 59,000 tons now, which I'm pretty sure the battleship we just designed was only 65,000. But we got 4 SSM launchers, we got SAMs, we got 9 18-inch guns, we got the latest in radar. Is radar level 6 even actually a thing? Probably it is. I guess it wouldn't be in there if not, but we've got enough medium AA. Obviously armor isn't spectacular, but it's a battle cruiser technically. It's got a lot of deck armor, which is going to be more relevant anyway. I think I'm okay with this. I mean, technically, I should make this look less like it does, but was it? Well, okay, Iowa class had how much more belt armor than this? More, I'm certain. No, pretty much the same. That's interesting. Yeah, okay. Yeah, I don't know. That's probably just a game designer thing then. Because we should certainly displace more than an Iowa, I would think. Especially given we've tossed all these missile launchers on. But I'm not arguing. Bunker Hill class. Hopefully there's not actually any problem here. I don't think there is. I'm just not going to fix it, because I can't be bothered. Who doesn't love turrets being on top of bridges? Yeah, that's true. Well, our deck isn't that bad. I mean, what did the Iowa class have? No, 6, apparently. Well, same as our battleships. This is a battle cruiser. Mind, it's only 5,000 tons lighter than a battleship, but it's faster. And it's got bigger guns. Thanks for watching, sailors. I hope you enjoyed. New parts will be up every other day, or you can watch live on Twitch. If you did enjoy, consider leaving a like or subscribing. Have a nice day, sailors. This is Sea Lord Janda, signing off.